All right, and we are back. So, last we left off, I'm gonna have a good time finding Zoltkar's fancy hands to make the cut there. Last we left off, though, the fellas had found themselves in a bit of a predicament as they were fleeing the burning mansion that housed the wounded from the incident at the Temple of Boel, Tide's Call. Well, currently, since it is burning, in fact, as Dayu lit it ablaze with a massive spell, the fellas surviving it against all odds, I might remind you, a barrage of creatures that were coming for their flesh. With Dayu going down at one point, Tuk gathering help at the last moment. And between the five of you, eventually putting an end to the last of these aberrant threats to the city of Port Dorona. However, Tuk had ferried himself out of a window in the kind of kitchen area in the bottom of this mansion into a nearby alley, escaping the blaze as the smoke was very quickly billowing down, threatening to smother all of you. The rest of you went out the front door, with Zoltkar looking like a samurai guard, and Brevrak, of course, looking like himself. Rogar carrying Dayu as he is grievously exhausted at this point. As you entered into the square, Brevrak, the first one to notice that the attention of the guards was split between the inferno that is beginning to take up in the market district, with the acolytes of Boel moving in to support. And at the tops of the steps of Tide's Call, a figure, very proud looking hobgoblin samurai wearing the armor of Clan Blackshroud. A large katana dripping with blood, 4 dead villagers around him slaughtered, as he shouts out, "I am Brevrak Blackshroud." And that is where we're going to pick up as the guards begin to kind of back away, and then you see as the other Brevrak, seeing distance, shoots off to the left and is making a run for it, and the 4 guards are chasing him. What would you guys like to do?
If Rogar sees an opportunity, if he sees that a lot of guards are distracted,
They are.
he's going to immediately dash into the nearest alley and try to make his way back as quickly as possible with Dayu in tow to the crooked plank.
Okay.
And he'll nod at Zalkar. He might give a glance at Brevrak to see what he's going to do, but he is, if he sees that there's an opportunity, he's going to take it, and he's going to dash.
Okay. I'll say that Rogar, Dayu doesn't have any objections. He's beat to shit. I'll say that you duck down the alley that Tuk actually scrambled out of. Tuk, you kind of scramble up and see them moving around to the side towards you. Zoltkar, are you following?
Player question.
Yes.
So what we've just witnessed is someone basically slaughtered 4 people in the square, proclaimed themselves to be our new friend Brevrak.
Yes.
And he basically dined and dashed murder style.
He just killed a bunch of
and blamed
innocent people, and said he was Brevrak Blackshroud, yelled it out, blood dripping off of his katana.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to run into the crowd.
Okay, so would we have known, does he look like our Brevrak?
He looks identical.
Okay, no, that's not good. Okay, well,
literally.
I'm very confused. I'm going to follow Rogar.
Identical in every way, some might say.
I would grab Brevrak, and we would go with.
Okay.
We'd go with Rogar.
Okay. All right. You kind of stumble down. I will say this. I'll say Rogar, Dayu, and Tuk, you're moving quickly enough that you get down the alley. Zoltkar and Brevrak, I will say some eyes get turned to you as some of the samurai guard in the square who probably weren't paying attention to what was happening behind them because they're more focused on the burning building, are moving up, and there is the wounded guard out there. They're over there, and he's pointing towards the two of you. Saltkar looks like an unassuming guard, and then Brevrak looks like himself. However, I will say a contingent of guards begin to split off and move in your direction. Now, they're not necessarily looking for you two, but they are looking for the other three that are moving down the alley. What would you like to do?
Is there
Hold on just a second. So how close are the guards? What kind
I would say probably we're looking at probably within like 60 feet. Nothing. They're not like right on you.
So I would say to Brevrak, catch up to the others and hurry them along. And
sounds better than my plan. So
I'll stay here, somewhat darkish in the alley, kind of making a shadow for my friends to get away, still looking like a guard. And the intent as they approach would be to wave them off. Nothing. I've already checked this. There's nobody down here.
Okay. All right. I'll say that time will pass then if you guys are all going along with this, as they begin to get further down the alley, going to try to slip into a different street to make your way through a bit of a maze if you're avoiding the main street back to the docks. And we'll get with what Brevrak's doing during that time. However, Zolkar, you have an important deception check to make as the two people, as four guards begin to jog up towards you. The building is cinders are beginning to cascade around almost on your shoulders now, as it is fully involved.
Like a good hook and ladder. All right. I want, so I need to make this deception check with
Yes, please.
Okay, let me see here. Brethren, tend those in need in the fire. I've already cleared this alley. There's no one down this way.
Okay. Give me a deception check. You do have advantage.
I do. Let's find it. Come on, beautiful bean advantage. You son of a bitch. It rolled off a 19.
What were we looking at total? I missed it. I missed it.
An 8.
An 8?
An 8. It's not the best.
It's not the best. How did that happen?
I'm out of breath. I've been in the fire. I don't look my best.
Let's see. Let's roll for them. Okay.
Yeah.
They kind of, the one in the lead who actually has like a spear kind of looks at you kind of, something doesn't look right about you. Take it. And then as he says something to the other ones, they begin to move towards you in an aggressive fashion.
How much room is there between me and them now?
I will say you're looking at probably within about 20 feet.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see what we can do. Have I done this yet? I'm going to immediately turn the way that my friends went. How far is there still any trace that they're down the alley?
I'll say you've stalled them enough to where they've at least gotten around a corner.
So I'm gonna dash down the alley and cast invisibility. What?
Okay, you kind of move around the corner, and as you do, I will say you have those two spells that came with your racial ability.
Yeah.
And so these don't require components. It's just something you can do. You just kind of move around the corner, and as you do, you kind of gone, disappear. All right. Easily done. Now, for the rest of you, if you're trying to keep a low profile, you can give me a stealth check. There are people in tow, though, so it will be at disadvantage.
Is there any time we're passing, like, I don't know, the laundry hanging out or anything that?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
You said roll at disadvantage, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Stealth check with disadvantage?
Yes.
That's period for me. Okay. So
19.
All right, 19.
Rogar rolled a 4.
That me?
I got a
Natural 1.
10.
Love it.
Natural 1.
I still
hold
yet
on.
to catch up to them.
How do you?
Please.
I'm sorry, guys. How do you roll for both at the same time?
Advantage or disadvantage?
Right click.
Oh, you do a
right click it.
secondary click. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I got
Thank you,
11.
Patrick. Secondary click.
My
Proper name.
it just all went down. That's amazing.
I believe they had.
Damn
a
it,
Natural
8.
20.
I know you did. Yeah, of course you did.
I don't see
Oh
this.
yeah, it's
Just trying to-
both times. Natural 20.
I don't know what the hell just happened. It all just went down at the same time.
You broke it? What'd you break?
I don't know. My internet went down for just a half a second.
Oh, enough to blow up the.
It's
Just
almost
eno-
like there's a terrible winter
just-
storm.
Exactly. Just enough to kick me off of the campaign stuff.
Energy was like, oh, suggestions.
Yeah, no.
Don't take showers.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
It's like
Turn off
fuck
your
you.
hot water
Yeah.
heater, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
What's
I know.
not
no.
happening, Chief?
Yeah, whatever.
It,
I like
turn
about
turn
setting
up
your
your
temperature to
lights or we'll
68.
turn 'em off.
Yes. Temperature 68.
I'm
Oh,
gonna die.
So watchers, you can tell we must be in the south.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
go.
regardless, though, I'm back up now. So, what was our rolls again, real
It's
quick?
crazy. 4 natural 20s across the
Oh
board.
man, I don't know how that happened. Rogar?
19.
We'll go roll the
I'll
4.
be honest.
4.
I rolled 2 16s.
And
I'll be
kidding.
honest, I rolled
Dayu is
18.
on my shoulder, so do it that way. as you will.
Yeah.
Does that
I
help
rolled
me?
I rolled a 9.
You know?
Okay, 9, 6.
I'm also
Took you
carrying
18,
one of these abominations.
19.
19, and then Bravrak.
11. Well, 11 and 12, so 11.
So 11. Let me do the math here. Okay, all right. Cumulative. That's not too bad. Let me just roll for them.
Even with
All
the
right.
natural 1.
Say what?
Even with Rogar's natural 1.
It doesn't matter. You guys are. I'm doing a cumulative checks on this, so you're fine.
Does Rogar or does Zelka roll? Or is he not?
He doesn't need to roll.
Okay.
He's invisible. So this is more for you guys. This is for the next hour to see if you can elude the guards coming down. And thankfully, Zolkar stalled them long enough, just long enough, to where you do manage to slip your pursuers. You hear the scream. You quickly leave the scene of the temple as well as the fire that was started, and you hear the screams in the distance and the calls for aid and things of the such. But you manage to move out of the merchant district and towards the docks. Now, Breverac, after what was just unveiled to you, I'm assuming you have some things that you would like to say, and probably do. So go ahead and speak your piece currently.
What was that? That was not. I wasn't on that. I'm right here. You see me here, right? Not. I don't understand. We must hide until I can figure out what's going on. My brain hurts. I'm not very smart.
It's true. He's
Yeah.
not.
You saw that, right? It was me, but I'm right here. I don't understand.
we run.
Yes, let's run. That's a good idea. I like that.
I think someone wants you dead, friend. Just like the rest of us.
I'll come along. Rogar.
Oh, okay.
Come
It's your
alongside
fault, you mean.
Rogar as I'm invisible.
Mhm.
Rogar, your shaman is with you.
Completely invisible for now.
I am gonna
Yes,
look
shaman.
for, like basically I'm looking for any kind of like the cloak or something to try and
Okay.
I don't know if we pass
Let's
any
see,
laundry or
Let's see how lucky you are. Just go and
Yeah.
roll me a d20.
okay. Better come strong now. Lucky 13.
13. You're good to go.
All right.
You managed to snag an errant cloak that was kind of laying behind. There actually, you passed by a shop, and it happened to be some kind of tailoring shop, and there is a rather nice looking cloak sitting out back, and you just kind of as you're running by, you snag it, sweep it about your shoulders, and you, for the most part, your armor is somewhat concealed. I will say a full set of samurai armor is conspicuous.
Yep. And I have also a scabbard.
Yes, indeed.
And a hand of a sword sticking over my back.
Yes. And I will say the sword handle, Breverac, the actual, the guard for all of the samurai clan families are identical to one another. So you would have the equivalent of, it looks like flayed out straw with kind of black along. This is just the guard piece that distinguishes a part of the white or black shroud clan.
Easily recognizable.
Okay. If someone was to go looking and they knew what to look for. Yes.
Okay.
It's one of the reasons why if you were to steal a katana, it might be wise to attempt to remove the guard if you're going to use it. So yes. Regardless, though, you are making your way. Everyone, I'm assuming we're all going to the Crooked Plank unless Breverac needs to do something else.
The Crooked Plank? Oh, I know a little lady down there. That's it down there. That's a good spot.
It's in the docks. Are we all of an accord?
Yes.
All right. As we all begin to move towards the Crooked Plank, you all are making pretty good time. And I will say, for the sake of everything else, that you do manage to pass through the merchant corridor unhindered, no more obstacles. You're able to get through. You do see there is an increased movement of samurai, that it takes a few times you have to stop and kind of wait. Took kind of more taking the lead in this aspect. And when I say it's during the day, you're during day hours. It has been kind of an overcast day most of the day. It's still cold, but it is beginning to warm. All of you will notice that the weather is beginning to shift. You're going into almost like a spring, getting into that direction. So, as we make it to the docks, it is afternoon at this point. It's not late in the afternoon, but it is afternoon. And you see the oh so beautiful and dashing, very, very unique frontage of the Crooked Plank. There's a broken window where Rogar probably threw someone through it at one point. There aren't as many drunkards or kind of anything stumbling about. In fact, there are people beginning to actually use the plank. Patrons beginning to come in, probably for some kind of lunch or break. You are on the dock, so there's quite a bit of sailors, lots of passing fishing vessels and traders, a lot of working folk that will come down here to eat and drink. And so there's a decent crowd, not as much as there will be tonight, however. As you approach the doors, you do hear the sultry tones of Din, the barkeep, the bugbear barkeep, with the missing leg. And you see him behind the bar. What would you guys like to do?
Rogar is, I'm assuming Rogar is going to, if we're still running or stealthing, Rogar is going to open the door, depending on how many people are there. Exactly.
There's not a ton of people there. It's but there's a decent crowd for lunch.
Rogar is at a quick pace walking up to Din. He's going to slam 2 gold onto the counter and say, we need a place to rest, Din. We will be upstairs. No one is to disturb us for a day. And Rogar is not going to wait for a response. And
still carrying Dayu over your shoulder.
Yeah, walk up the stairs, and then he's going to yell down at the tavern. No one is to come upstairs. And He's gonna make sure everyone is going up the stairs. He doesn't see the shaman, I assume, as he's invisible.
No, well, but by now the shaman would be visible.
Oh, okay.
It only lasts an hour.
Didn't see me.
You do have a cloak about you. I will say this. He looks at you skeptically, Breverac, as you pass in. You are in. Oh God, you do not. Do you do that?
No. I kind of head over to real quick. I do kind of head over to real quick, and I put a gold piece. There's been some trouble. You didn't see me.
Mum's the word if you're with Rogar.
Oh, my new friend. Yes.
Yes.
Keep it on the down low. And if she's
He's
here,
dead.
though, you can tell her to come and see me. And I'm going to follow him.
Rogar's waiting for him to come up the stairs, and once everyone is gone, he's I'm glaring at everyone in the tavern, and then once he's past me, turn around and walk up the stairs.
Okay. Easily done. So I'm assuming all of you are gathering upstairs. You have your 2 regular rooms. There are the 4 rooms, but 2 of them, the doors are broken and there's still shit strewn inside of them. The other 2 are good to go. There aren't any games being played up here yet or anything of that sort. There's no one really hanging out upstairs anyway. That's mostly a nighttime activity. So you have the floor to yourselves. It's not a great floor, but it is a floor.
I want to sit down and rest and see if I can bind my wounds.
Yeah, I could use a rest myself.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the man on top of the temple. I'm Breverac Blackrock. I'm so confused. How could I be there and here? I'm the samurai Breverac Blackshroud of the Blackshroud clan. I don't know how I got. I
The
don't know
shaman
how.
can do that.
Would there be anyone to?
Shaman.
Would there be anyone
His many faces.
to get to you?
Oh, that's
Anyone
right,
out
the
there who
sorcerer. I
would be
saw
after
him
you?
when we were underneath. How he changed. Be careful with your sorcery. That's all I can say.
Is there anyone out who gets you? Anyone you know who would have something to?
Apparently the guards are now
against you?
because I was on top of the temple. I don't understand. No. And do I have anybody out to get me? I don't seem to remember us.
Enemies?
I
mean,
do have. I had a job to do, but I
no,
can't imagine anything off the top of my head.
I wouldn't imagine you would have any mortal enemies.
Yeah,
Are there any
they'd all
other
be dead.
factions, like
Other-
the order that use these illusions often?
Why don't you give me a history check,
Sure,
Saltkar?
bruh. Let's find out. Ooh, an 18.
18. Okay.
Not bad.
You do know that deception is not just a talent that is unique to Olesia. It is one that is a gift to many. In fact, there is an entire section of the battery, the kind of magical warfare units within the dynasty that has dedicated themselves to illusion and are able to do similar things that you can do. They're wizard folk, learned and of a sense, but making yourself look like somebody is not too difficult. However, making yourself look like somebody and making it very believable can be difficult. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Zaltkar.
Just a 3.
Okay. It was you were a good distance away. It looked very believable to you.
Elder, are you all right? As Rogar will set him down and I guess look at the corpse of the monster he brought with him.
Yeah, exactly. I will say that Tuk you can retrieve. We'll say that you could retrieve your daggers since that was the only one in question. Rogar may or may not have. Well, he did. Rogar lost a javelin.
Yeah, that's fine. I removed it. Yep.
Yeah. I will say this, Dayu. The corpse is. It's not melting away, but the kind of black goo that was bubbling out of its eyes, all of its skin is beginning to ooze the same viscosity, the same kind of blackness. I'm assuming you guys maybe wrapped it in like a cloth or something on your way here, something you snagged on your way here to kind of bandage it up. But if you were to open it, first off, the smell would be very bad if you brought it in this building. And you would notice that it's beginning to gooify.
Question: Rogar see anything like this in the Frigid Wastes?
Ooh, you can give me a history check.
Oh boy, disadvantage history check.
Yep, unfortunately,
check.
disadvantage.
Let's take a look.
The decomposing like rapidly, or
it's so
like is it going to decompose overnight?
It's yes. It looks like it'll be done within a day. Like in a day, this will be a puddle of goo.
16 for
16.
Yep.
You've seen lots of strange creatures up north, Rogar. Now, granted, you didn't like travel the north. You weren't like venturing out everywhere. But I will say that you've
Rogar's
seen
young. Yeah.
And you would have at least heard tales and seen occasionally creatures that were described to you as from a different plane, from a different point of existence, something old, something beyond, and you would recognize it as this is a type of creature, probably.
Never seen one, but heard about it.
You've probably heard about it.
Okay.
Strange things appear in the Frigid Wastes as well. It's the first I've ever seen one.
Warriors, I must ask you, I've given you my name and told you who I am. Would you give me the same honor?
Yeah, you
Tell me
said
who you are.
you're a Black Shroud.
I am. I'm one of the captains for the. I'm one of the. Sorry, I got to take my notes real quick. I'm sorry. I'm an agent.
You know, a
of
Caddick Black Shroud.
You would recognize the name, but you don't know him personally.
I've heard of him. I've never fought beside him or dueled with him.
I need to speak to him.
Well, if we can figure out who this other me is and get me out of the trouble I think I might be in.
Why were you down there?
I don't know. I can tell you what happened. We Captain Glazuk sent me and three of my colleagues, two of my other brothers, to investigate something. I have a mission that I was meant to take care of, and then I don't quite remember something hazy, and I woke up and my two fellow warriors were dead, and that's when I found you, as you saw in the temple underneath.
You were escorted by Winland. Attended to Winland.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Thank you. So did we make it all the way to the temple and then talk to Winland and this? Okay.
Winland, yeah, and when you guys showed up, Winland actually asked you, and he led you down there himself.
Okay. And then it was like blackout time.
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah. Yes. Winland met us and took us below, and then everything just went hazy, went black. As if, like when you have too much sake. Well, I never have too much myself, but I hear people. So,
It
is of great mystery to me. I do not understand.
I would only I would only let him know of myself as, you can refer to me as the shaman, as Rogar does.
Yes, shaman.
Is that what they call sorcerer where you are from?
It's what Rogar has adopted me as, and it's what I'll be known as.
All right. Is that your name or is that a title? I want to make sure I follow etiquette.
We'll go with a title for now.
Elder, are you all right? You
I'll be
seem to
fine.
fought a great many of these creatures, along with the armored one.
And he looks towards Berak
Mm-hmm.
as he is wearing armor.
I'll be fine. I have business to take care of once the night settles in.
I suggest you rest.
Please tell me again. What was this name you were speaking of?
Looking for a Caddick Black Shroud. I need to talk to him. It was
One does not
Caddick,
go
right?
out on the hunts in a weakened state. You must be pristine.
Well, Bogart, time is of the essence.
I agree with the mighty one. Those foul, so tiny but so devastating. I must rest. I must try to regain my health some. Plus,
Tuk is just kind of listening and messing with his poisoner's kit, trying to work up some poison for one of my blades, for one of my daggers.
Are you proficient in poisoner?
I am,
kit?
yeah.
Okay.
I have.
All right.
Yep.
He also
right.
has a
It's
laser
one of my tools.
cannon.
All right.
From the criminal spy background.
Okay. And once you all right, I do believe you can make a basic poison during I think it might be a short rest. No, we do some rolls. That's for the feet. I'm thinking of the feet. My bad.
Yeah, it's a feat.
Yeah.
Are
Speaking
there
of which,
any,
you might want to take the feat at some point if you're interested in poisons. It's very good.
Good feat.
It is
Good
really
feat,
good.
bro.
Are there
A
any
good
ways
feat.
to remove exhaustion other than a good night's rest? 24 hours of
Zolkar,
sleep?
you would know that you can magically do it. It is costly. And you have to have a relatively high level caster, initiate of some kind that at least for this is what you would have knowledge of. Can like some of the keepers for sure can do it. There
But it's
are
without our means right now.
unless you ask around, you currently don't know of any immediate thing that you could get to. Now you might be able to ask around and find out some stuff, but that's up to you guys.
Well, because I think my good friend Dayu is being perhaps a little too impetuous in his current state.
Shaman. The temple, the Tide's Call, as they call it. It seems to be still tainted. We never resolved
There was darkness in that place for sure, Rogar.
Yes, shaman. You have told me that you are part of an order of shamans.
Indeed.
Is it possible that they could be of assistance? Could they cleanse this place so that people do not try to go in and become cursed or slain?
GM, would that be a task of the Order of Elysia?
You can always ask for anything you'd like to do.
Yeah, I would like to search my own knowledge to know if I would know that.
Oh, well, I will say, the Cult of Elysia specifically, you deal with extraterrestrial threats mostly. Was the
Sounds
creature
like we would want to start an investigation, perhaps.
Did the creature you fought perhaps during Rogar's admission originate from a different place? Yes.
Yeah. It's well, and definitely the temple is not operating as it is intended, and
That is
I
true.
don't think that would be something that we, as an order itself, would care to see.
And you did also find a cracked seal of some kind. That might be something interesting.
And but I don't have a way to initiate contact.
Nope, unless
I have to wait for the stone to rattle.
Well, you were given a contact to report to.
Let me see if I still have that. I have. Was that Zohoris?
Zorthus, yes.
Zorthus, yeah. Hey, so I might need to go let him know what I've learned about the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As Prince said, there are thieves in the temple.
So, what are we doing for the remainder of this day? Are we initiating like a rest situation?
I'm hoping we're gonna do a rest.
Okay. Are we going to attempt a longer rest or a short
I think we should
rest?
try to get one long rest and get Dayu recovered at least one level of exhaustion before.
This will require you guys to stay here for a full day up until this point.
Said.
So you'll be here the next afternoon.
Rogar said leave us alone for 24 hours.
Okay. How do you guys feel about that? Everybody's on board?
I'm very confused. Yes. It will take me at least a day to think.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to do it.
So as you guys are beginning to kind of to formulate your rest, the only two people that this will affect, some not necessarily negatively, but we are still using the rules of a long rest, and you cannot wear heavy armor or medium armor while you are resting.
All right.
Yes. So when you go to sleep at night for your short rest or during the long rest, you'll have to take it off and then put it back on. It's not important unless something gets initiated, and I'll let you know.
All right, I will doff my armor.
Yeah.
I probably would have been doing it as this while they've been talking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's heavy.
To
try and bind my wounds.
Yeah, it's heavy anyway. It's not comfortable by any means, but you kind of...
It is in battle.
Yeah, in battle, it's very much saves you quite. It definitely pulled its weight in that last fight for sure.
Did. Yeah.
Yes. So the two of you begin to remove armor, and it's kind of weird because Zoltkar removes armor through his kind of illusion. He kind of pulls pieces off, and you're like, "What the hell? What's happening?" And then I'm assuming you guys split up between the two rooms, or do you guys want to snuggle up in one room?
Split, I assume.
That's split.
Okay.
Breverac, I made the unfortunate mistake of letting the rest of the crew see me outside of Shimmer once, and I paid a dear price for that. So,
yes, he did.
Breverac may never see the actual Zoltkar.
Unless for some reason his illusion is, I don't know, dissipated at some point.
Dissipated somehow, yeah. But yeah,
regardless,
chances of you actually seeing the real me without accident are going to be slim.
So, we split up between the two rooms. Let's put.
I will stay with you, little man.
Yeah, and
I like you. You make me laugh.
Let me think about how I'm going to do this.
You are my new friend.
Okay. Why don't you guys give me perception tests, all of you?
$18.
Okay.
I had a 19.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Everybody above a 15.
I rolled a 15.
That's fine. So Rogar, Breverac, and Zoltkar, right? Yeah. The three of you.
14.
Yeah. Just shy. Dayu and Tuk. More getting your rest on. I will say nothing happens that night. Time passes. Yes, Dayu.
During the night,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go into a corner or somewhere away and try to go into like a meditation Zen state.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hold the bracelet that my wife had.
Okay.
And knowing that she had some type of magic, I'm going to try to reach out.
All right.
In a first attempt, just to see what happens.
Okay, because you're holding.
I'm just going to hold it.
Holding the bracelet, you're kind of mulling it over, and you kind of slip into a trance. Give me an Arcana check, Dayu.
Disadvantaged?
Unfortunately, you still have disadvantage right now.
All right. 219, so a 20.
20. with a 20 total. As you're holding it, you're kind of mulling it over, and it takes some time. It takes quite a bit of time. You're kind of reaching out, and you're focusing. You're channeling your ka, and you feel something for a moment, and then you slip into a sleep, an actual sleep. You begin to dream, Dayu. And in this dream, you see a young drow walking out of a cave entrance, shielding her eyes, the first time ever seeing daylight, in the escort of 3 other drow. And they appear to be warriors of some kind. And you see a distant town. Looks like a few days that they can see very keenly with their eyes as the sun begins to, or the 3 suns begin to move out of sight, and darkness begins to descend. And you see them walking towards this town. It appears to be somewhere in the dynasty. I'm not sure where. That's what you get for now.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. The night goes uneventfully. However, the next day, I'll say Breverac, Zoltkar, Rogar. We'll say Dayu and Tuk are still a little petered out in the corners, kind of. Dayu has fallen asleep in a cross-legged sitting position, still holding the bracelet of his dead wife. He's just kind of like this, asleep. The 3 of you, however, hear downstairs.
We're looking for these 4. If you've seen them.
And does anyone risk leaving the room? You hear Din.
I haven't seen those anytime soon. What's that one there? He's a traitor. He slew civilians in the street.
Car would put on a face and go downstairs.
Okay.
What's the bartender's name?
Din.
Yeah.
What are you looking like, Zoltkar? Are you going to look like just a normal patron, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, absolutely nothing. Maybe a little gruff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what all
like
the people look like.
Yeah, like it was, a little too late last night before I went to bed, and a little too early for this asshole to be in there asking questions.
You kind of stumbling down.
Dan, what the hell, man? Dan, what's going on down there? Trying to get some sleep over here.
You see Din behind the counter, like he always is. And you see there are 4 Clan White Shroud samurai guards standing downstairs right now as you kind of stumble downstairs.
Sorry, Dan. See, you're entertaining officers there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What do you boys need, man? I always got a little respect for the law around here. What do y'all need?
Well, we're looking for these 4. Have you seen them?
And Din
I ain't seen nobody. I've been trying to get some sleep up in there, and I come down here and figure out what you boys are trying to do. But no, I ain't seen them. No, it's just me up there, man. We ain't seen nothing.
Damn it! It's too good. It's too good. I'll say this. Din kind of
Yeah. I run a clean establishment. You guys know.
Din's good man. Din, family man. Din.
It's gonna be enough of that. I made my payment last week. Come now. Do you need to keep? This is different. This is a traitor amongst many others. Him in particular, we want.
I ain't got no truck with traitors, man. I tell you what, I see this fella, I'll run him down myself.
Good. Take this.
Back to white, thin black line.
he hands you a bounty scroll.
Yep, got it.
If you see him,
I'll
come
pull it out,
to.
'cause how much? Whoa. Yeah, you betcha, man.
Yeah.
I see these fellers. I'll let you know.
Wanted,
Yeah, it's
dead or
good money.
alive,
Good
100 gold pieces.
All for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Appreciate you fellas now. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, and they kind of looking around. Most of the people in the morning, as you know, passed out drunk. Yeah, and figured this would be a dead end anyway. They turn around and they leave. And you guys are in the clear.
I come back. I walk back up. Don't say a word to Jen. I just walk back up and flip him a silver piece on the way back up the stairs.
And he kind of plays with the hoop in his right tusk, kind of strange. As you go back upstairs,
He's learned not to ask too many questions.
he does. He is the past
likes
couple weeks
money.
that you've been here that he's learned quite a bit about that. So, with that happening, the rest of the morning and then into the afternoon go uneventful, and you guys complete a long rest. It is late afternoon the next day. So, with
Can I
that,
make any poison?
with a full day, let's see here. There are rules for this, believe it or not.
Oh,
Let me pull them up real
Believe.
quick.
There are.
Separate us from the animals. So it's like 4 o'clock or something now.
Yeah, you're looking at like 4 or 5, something like that.
Here, Jeff.
Find my.
and Anthony, we can do it later. It's not like a rush to do.
Listen here, Funk Trunk.
Yeah, listen here, Funk Trunk. Damn it. No.
Mr. Funk Trunk.
I might be able to get this. Give me one moment.
So I assume we now know that Brevrak has a wanted poster.
Yes, I will say that. You can pass around the poster.
That doesn't look like me. I'm much handsomer.
It actually looks
Doesn't
exactly
even have. No,
looks exactly like him, doesn't it?
I imagine it looks
It does.
just like me. Yeah, it's like a perfect rendition. I imagine.
It does, very much so. It looks uncannily like him.
There's not a ton of rules for the DMG or Xanthars about poisoners.
I'm looking for the
kit.
actual kit, though. Yeah.
Like it doesn't give you much in there. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like it's up to the DM's discretion. I kind
Okay.
of you know.
Let him
Yeah.
make some poison, bro.
So
Let's see.
it's up to you.
We'll give it a roll at least.
Usually,
So,
All right, all right.
yeah, go ahead and
Roll a
make me
D20.
roll me a d20. We'll add your with a poisoner's kit. I want to say I think it might be your intelligence. It's intelligence plus your proficiency if you're proficient.
God, I hope not. It's not dexterity.
No, it's not dexterity.
All right. All right, I am proficient, so I'm going to roll D20. And you said
Mhm.
it's my intelligence?
Yeah,
My
intelligence
intelligence
modifier.
is a +2, and my proficiency is +2.
It's
I got +2 on my intelligence and +2 on my proficiency.
Okay.
DM.
And I rolled a 20.
It just
a nat
says
20, so it probably doesn't matter.
on Tasha's culture and everything. It
Mhm.
says with 1 hour of work using a poisoner's kit and expending a weapon or piece of ammunition, expending 50 gold's worth of materials, you can create a number of doses of potent poisons equal to your
Ooh.
proficiency bonus. Once applied to a
That's
weapon,
that's a new one.
yeah, this is with Tasha's.
Yeah, yeah. Is that with the feet or is that just the kit?
I think it's just. Oh no, that's the feet. I'm sorry.
Okay,
that's
yeah,
the feet.
yeah. The feet's a little more potent.
Yeah.
I'll say this: you, with a natural 20, with a few hours work, what do you have on you though? Is the only problem.
Daggers.
I
I'll
got
say
the kit,
if
and
you,
I got daggers.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you what poisons have you procured? Is what I'm getting at.
And by daggers, I'm talking about like the
yes, I realize that.
kunais or whatever.
You still have to have a base to work from.
Is that how you say that?
However,
Wait, I thought you grabbed
Still
something.
need the poison.
Like a little bowl or something?
well, no, I mean like you need something potent enough to kill someone with.
Like
Come
where the
on.
venom
I
would
thought,
come,
I thought it was in the kit.
like a dead snake or something.
No, the kit just allows you to make something from something.
Like hemlock or
Gotcha.
enough apple seeds.
I will
to
say
make
this: if
cyanide.
you, at some point, if you know your way around the docks, especially, kind of
Don't
where
eat those mussels; they're poisonous.
kind of where your former employers, if you're, I don't know
Yeah.
what your stance is on them right now, but this is kind of their
Is in between.
kind of their place, and so you would know that there are people, especially that hang out around here, that could probably get you some stuff.
Okay.
Which a natural 20, I'll say that you're able to procure some ingredients, basic poison. You'll have made a basic poison.
Okay.
So you can add that to your inventory. If you coat
You're
a
gonna
weapon,
subtract some money.
yeah, the way basic, well, any of these regular poisons work, you can either coat 3 pieces of ammunition or 1 weapon,
Okay.
and it's expended on a hit. Now the basic poison is only good for a minute after you apply it.
Okay. So I just add it to my notes or something?
You can. There should be a basic poison in the inventory somewhere. Doesn't matter. You'll figure that part
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find it in equipment, basic poison.
It's in your equipment
I see it.
So
I
can
found
you
it.
poison a
Found it.
weapon
Cool,
as
cool,
an
cool,
action
cool.
in battle?
as an action. You have to take an action to do it unless you get the poisoner feat. Allows you
Or
to
you-
do stuff
you
as
think ahead.
bonus actions
Like,
and things like that.
Smells like an initiative roll. Better poison my weapons.
Yeah. So regardless, though, with all of that being said,
I added it. Thank you.
you guys are all in together now. What would we like to do?
Well, Black Shroud, it looks like your fate is tied to ours.
Yeah, let's all pull out our wanted posters and show them.
Yeah.
You unroll them, and if you guys are unrolling them,
No.
Oh, we all have one.
Show
Oh,
me mine and I'll show you yours.
there's
Or
there's
show
this
you-
one piece moment where they all.
oh, here's mine.
Yeah, we're kind of a family.
2 million berries.
family.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I hold
I don't know if
mine?
you've heard.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
Don't know if you've heard Breverac, but this is a family.
Oh God.
This is a family.
Enough of that. Where are we going? What is happening?
I have to go. I have to go to the Fool's Gold tonight. As I look at Zal when I say that.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch.
will you guys help me? I would like to come with you, but I need to look like a look of distaste fills my face. A peasant or a merchant.
And when he says peasant and merchant, Zal just shifts from peasant to merchant right in front of him.
I am no sorcerer. I cannot do that. But perhaps you could help me make a disguise with this cloak or something. You little one, maybe you can go and procure something from one of the patrons
Just assuming
downstairs.
the goblin's a thief? Man, that's specious.
Yes, he is.
Sound like his
I've already
boss
seen
the
him.
goblin around.
I will say at this point, are you guys moving outside?
I
mean, Dahlia will when it gets dark, knowing that it's about to.
Yeah.
The party is about to start.
You will notice as you begin to move outside that it is currently snowing. It's a light snow. It's not heavy. But
Not like where we live right now.
winter is still showing its teeth currently.
Did we all armor up before we left?
I would assume yes. I'm going to
yeah.
go with, you guys all get all your stuff back together. So
So does
You-
Breverac have like a something over his head?
he has a cloak.
Cloak. Okay.
He has a cloak obscuring his armor. You're more likely to get spotted by the giant white dragonborn than you are anyone else in the party. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
guys. But where exactly are we heading? Dayu?
Dahlia's going to the Fool's Gold.
Going to the Fool's Gold.
That's
Okay.
the place I'm never allowed back to.
Your Zoltkar's never allowed back.
Yeah, shan't show my
Um,
face. Good thing I never show.
I did.
My face.
I've never been, right?
You've never been Tuk Tuk. No.
I know this place. I mean, I know the docks. It's
yeah.
my city.
Does Dayu ever do you say Fool's Gold aloud?
Yes.
Okay. Brevrak, you've heard of this place, just in passing between some of the guards. Occasionally, every once in a while, you've heard of a few of the more soldier type samurai, the more basic guards that have kind of snuck out after curfew, kind of went gambling, won a little bit of money in the fishing district. It's not a very reputable part of town.
Do I happen to know who runs this place?
No, you would not. You would know. Now, I will say you would know that this is a illegal establishment.
Okay.
So it is tied to a branch of the Mar, more than likely.
Okay, that's all right.
So, do with that as you will.
We walking?
You're just walking.
I'll walk next to
we're
Tuk.
walking.
I'll walk next to Tuk Tuk. You know, Tuk. You might get to meet Eldrin tonight.
Who's Eldrin? Wait, do I know who Eldrin is? Yeah, I do, right?
Unless you're feigning ignorance.
No. I can't remember. I genuinely can't. The player can't remember right now.
Of course, the player can't remember. Tuk. I guess in that case, Tuk would remember. Eldrin is only the guy that your former boss asked you to spy on. But you know.
Oh yeah. I remember now. All right, cool.
I love this game so much.
Yep.
So if he says that, then wait, does he? Yeah, I told him that I was tasked to spy on him, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I don't have anything to hide from him. Okay, so yeah, well, that sounds good for me. That makes my chances of dying, a little better. So that's cool.
Are you guys sneaking, by the way?
Before we set out, knowing that the shaman is not allowed at the Fool's Gold, we'll ask the shaman,
do you have a way to contact your fellow shamans? Shaman.
I have a contact, someone I can message to that hopefully can let the rest of the shaman know of the evil that has taken that temple. And I guess that's what I could do while they do their thing. I could make good use and go talk to.
You guys gonna split up?
Is it on the way? Question mark?
No.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna be much use at the Golden Corral.
First story scrolls is the place that Zorthras works, and that is in the merchant quarter.
I would head that way. Just
is Rogar accompanying him?
Rogar will accompany him.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna follow Dayu and
Tuk
Tuk.
Or not samurai, but
all right. Brevrak is interested in the Fool's Gold. As Brevrak, Dayu, and Tuk Tuk, you guys split off in your own directions in the snow. The night is descending. It's getting later. Some time passes. We're gonna stick with Zoltkar and Rogar first. You guys make it to the first story scrolls. It's a 2-story building. Looks rather plain on the outside. Big, almost boarded up style windows. Or they're not boarded up, but there's almost like grates on them to protect the glass, because there's glass. You slide the door, and there are rows of books and shelves and scrolls tucked into places. And you see a shifty looking hobgoblin with a red nose, kind of twitching behind the counter. Yes, what can I... yes. Have you come to report anything?
Indeed. We found some disturbing information and news of the Temple of Boel. Is that right?
Yes. I heard there was an incident. I didn't know if your investigation had started or not.
Well, we found the place to be full of imposters and somewhat cursed. The water there is tainted now.
Oh, very interesting. Should we perhaps go somewhere else?
And he looks towards the giant Rogar standing in the door.
He is with me.
Yes, of course. Well, that is most interesting indeed. Is there anything else you'd like me to report? Have you started your investigation?
I haven't yet had the chance to check out the. Hold on here. I have the note. The cult Many Eyes. But a new adversary perhaps has come upon the scene. Someone has joined our party, or become adjacent to us, at least for now, until we know that we can trust them. But they were called out into the square yesterday by an imposter who appeared to have committed murder in public, named themselves as this new person that we've met, and then took off, framing Breverac.
I see.
Have you heard that name, Breverac, before?
I have not. I can't say, but you said he's
about why someone would want to blackmail him for murder in broad daylight?
No, samurai, you say?
He is. White Shroud Clan.
I see.
Black Shroud Clan, whatever.
Black Shroud. Interesting. I'll see what I can find for you. But I will report this for you, Zaltkar.
The findings of the temple are the most pressing information, I think, for now.
Yes, I much agree.
Probably describe the broken symbol.
Okay, yeah, you do describe the symbol?
Yeah, oh yeah, everything we found in detail.
Very interesting.
And he's going to go behind the counter and he's kind of,
I've seen this somewhere.
And he pulls out a scroll. It looks old. Pulls it out from underneath the counter. He's kind of shuffling through some things. Pulls out a scroll and unrolls it across the countertop.
Yes, you see this? Is this what it looked like?
And he points, and he's pointing at a picture. And the picture looks like a lady with a vase on her shoulder, the water dripping down, and there are black, like obelisk shapes on the bottom. The water is cascading across.
Indeed, an unbroken seal of
blood. Yes. This is interesting indeed. I did not know they were here. Well, this is my most troubling, Hound. There will be more work for you to do yet.
Whatever we may do, I must do to secure the secrets of the world.
Well, this is a seal to keep out certain things long thought gone.
She will not be pleased.
No, she will not. Expect a call. Keep it close.
Indeed.
And he's going to do some more research and hopefully transmit your message.
And then I will thank him for his time, and we will turn to go.
Okay. Rogar, are you fascinated with anything in this shop?
I mean, paper is always fascinating to Rogar.
More than likely.
So if there's a lot of it, he is interested in all the amount of paper that it's in here. He's probably trying to listen a little bit if he can understand what he can understand. But hearing the Cult of Many Eyes perked his interest. But yeah.
Okay. The two of you leave. And as you leave, we will swap on over to my other crew. Breverac, Dayu, and Tuk Tuk. I'll say this.
We are stealthing, right? We are.
Are you stealthing?
I would think so.
Okay.
Unless Dayu's not wanting to.
I is just walking.
Dayu just walks.
I'm walking.
Tuk Tuk walks. Breverac walks.
I'm skulking a little bit, though. You know?
I feel like we can just walk and not draw too much attention if we don't.
Okay. I will say this.
Make a scene.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. As you are moving forward, you're in the fishing district now. This is a dangerous place, especially at night. There are no samurai patrols in the fishing district. Very few even during the day. There are none at night. It is an almost lawless area, as it was. Policed and managed by the Mar. You are walking in the direction, Dayu, of where you know the Fool's Gold will be tonight because it changes very often. And on your way there, it takes about a little bit over an hour to kind of get to where you're going from the Crooked Plank. And you see something. Actually, make sure, let's have all of you give me perception tests.
15.
16, 15,
22.
22. All right. Let me roll. Let me make sure. I got to make sure of something. You bastards.
If I don't see it, it's because I'm asking Dayu why they call it. Why do they call it the Fool's Gold?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Because fools spend their money there.
Let's see. Okay. All right. What did you roll again, Breverac?
22.
22. Okay. Breverac. You do see a little bit of movement off to your right. And I will say, Dayu, you're having to lead everyone through an alley. Dayu's in the lead. Breverac, I'm assuming you're behind him. And I'm assuming Tuk Tuk's in the rear, because that's usually where Tuk Tuk likes to be. Breverac, you sense, it's more like you sense movement, but you kind of stiffen for a moment and you stop. And perhaps a little bit on alert. And then Tuk.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Tuk. You hear a voice in your ear, Tuk. As someone slips in behind you silently. Slips in right behind you. You think you're gonna get the best of me, you little shit? And you get stabbed in the back.
Oh, shit.
Motherfucker came back.
You take 23 points of damage.
Oh shit! I'm at 1.
As you
matter of time.
And he pulls it free, and you stumble back and look, and you're
Son
looking
of a
at
bitch.
the face
That son of a bitch.
of, well, it might
Say
not
his
be
name.
who you think it is.
Oh,
Slack.
You're looking at the face of Sleck, the goblin, of the bloody hooks, as there are hooks along his face with blood dripping from the sides of them. He's wearing leather armor, and he has a bloody knife in his hand. And it's at this moment that the other two of you begin to hear noises above you. And you see multiple figures appearing above you, and then some of them moving into the alley in front of you. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Whispers from the Stars.
I was ready to whip some ass.
No, you're like, in my mind, I'm like, this way it's gonna drop the hook, but no, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He would bleed out, Tuk, and then drop the hook. But no, here we are dropping the hooks.
Yes.
You even said hooks.
Hey.
You said bloody hooks, and you left him bloody.
When you lie to someone and then make fun of them,
You made fun of him.
eventually they're gonna come back and get you.
Slack doesn't take kindly. You're moving in on his territory, Tuk.
Is that the little?
Well, he
is that the
thinks
little
you
shit
are.
from the
You're
store?
not. No, that's
No, that's Sneevil.
No, it's the one he lied to about the pistol.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's the one he
About
lied to
not
you
having
about
it.
it.
That's
Boss.
the gang boss who was working for Vern that told Tuk to go steal the gun, and Tuk said he didn't have the gun, and then Sleck was like, "Oh, well, you blew it," and then Tuk was like, "I got the gun, Vern."
Jokes on you, the gun.
Yes. Embarrassed him.
Yeah,
Embarrassed him.
in front of his boss.
Embarrassed him in
I
front of his
see.
boss.
Mhm.
He's going to kill you now. So
Oh,
yes.
he's not if I can kill him
Better you
first.
kill him first, but we'll deal with that next time. So,
Got the Italian pinch, bro.
awesome session, guys. Ambush in the we're just rolling combat to combat here, guys.
Rogar's really appreciating his life choices right now.
Rogar and Zalt cards kind of over by yourselves, chilling out, walking back to the fishing district.
Looking
Did he try to
inconspicuous and
assassinate me?
conspicuous.
Is that what
I'm
at the
not
same
trying. You made the decision, not me. I don't know what to tell you. Regardless,
Just
though,
tell you what,
another
Dusty,
pawn on the board.
That's right.
regardless, though, favorite moments for the night before we close out. Let's start with the greatest among us, Brevrak Blackshroud.
Thank you. Well, I did like the fact that Dayu stood his ground right there with Brevrak.
Did
Delvin fight, but I think the greatest and worst moment was seeing that I was also on top of the temple, and a murderer,
yes,
and now
indeed.
a wanted man. The greatest and most and worst.
Wanted
Or I can say, what a twist!
What a twist, indeed. I love it. How about the Funk Trunk? Favorite moment of the night, Funk?
Yeah, my favorite was probably Zalkar, Rogar telling everybody, don't mess with us for a day. Don't even come upstairs. Just stay down. And then Zalkar the next morning, going down there and with his super country Arkansas voice and gruff McGuff and telling them, he'll look out for this guy. Yeah, that was pretty great.
I loved it so much. How about Big A Dog, A Dizzle, Doob 209?
So far, my favorite is I haven't introduced myself to Brevrak yet, and
I
then
know
he
he hasn't.
he somewhat insulted my livelihood.
I haven't either.
But other than that, it was doing the meditation with the bracelet and pulling on that string.
That was cool.
So I got more.
I
I got more strings
don't
to
think
unravel.
Brevrak insulted your livelihood, Dayu. I mean,
Well, you
First
made
thing
us
he
slide
saw-
up peasants and merchants.
well, I'm a samurai, bro. I mean,
Yeah, that happens.
He doesn't know who I am.
Speaking of not knowing who you are, Zalkar, the shaman. Favorite moment for the
That
night?
was good.
Man, there was so much good. The shocking twist in the town square, being able to get to my friends just in time to help them get out of the burning building. Finally remembering to use the shimmering abilities, throwing the guards off the scent, not once, but twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then, hanging out with my pal Rogar as we went around town, just checking out the paper as you do. You
Checking
go,
out some stuff.
Go scroll shopping.
Do a little scroll.
Little Tobey Maguire, finger guns moment from Spider-Man 3.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the best one.
Yeah,
The best
exactly. That's
Spider-Man right there.
That's
That's right.
How about
Good times.
How about old Jumbo Smooth?
Ooh, I did like the fight scene with Brevrak and Dayu and Tuk in the old tavern, field hospital, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And standing on the stoop of the stairs, fighting off all 10 of those creatures, at least most of them. And I was impressed that everyone was able to stay alive. I was certain.
so was I.
I was completely certain that at least one or two were going to die.
Yep.
And be torn
full
to shreds.
face.
Hey, let's
In full
also-
face.
let's-
Dude.
Glad
moment.
Dayu used
Dodging everything.
the burning scrolls as
He
well.
did. Yes, that
Let's
was
say.
that was a big win.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
Big one.
Set a convalescent home on fire. I'd just like to point that out.
He did.
He
He
Basically
did that
burned
as
down a
well.
hospital.
He's
right?
barred down like a
It's full of
makeshift hospital.
abomination.
It was full of monsters, though.
It was full of monsters.
Yeah.
But we did burn down.
Black
a
slime.
Hey, I will say this: the creatures only had a +3 to hit, so
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
Just
But hey, I mean, still impressive. That's
Still,
10
yeah.
10
Yeah.
creatures.
it was.
against,
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
3,
yeah. You guys made it.
We
They
got
they
hit
rolled
quite a
lot
bit,
of, like,
actually.
two
15s and
attacks plus a
16s.
chance
Yeah.
to roll with advantage. you know,
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
And
So-
that fight with 2 hit points.
yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. Well, if
I
I
had
had a
3,
favorite,
so I feel you.
yeah, if I had a favorite moment of the night, it was getting to stab Jeff in the back one last time.
Jesus.
One last time, right at the end. And what makes it even better is he didn't even register who did it for like 10 minutes. He was just like, "Who is this? Who just stabbed me? I have so many enemies." so it's like it makes it
I don't
great.
have my notebook beside me with my,
So many-
with my notes.
Enemy's
So I was like,
book.
wait,
I pissed
what
so
is
many
that?
people
Which little
off.
goblin bastard is that?
Which one are you?
Why do all the goblins hate me?
Which
These
one are
bitches.
you?
Turns behind him.
Every
black book
goblin
and
we
an
meet just
extra
is so
black book.
jealous of me.
Turns behind him. Mom?
So yes, it was great. I loved it. I loved every second of it. But
Seriously, we haven't met a goblin yet that hasn't
Oh.
disliked me. By the time I was done with them, the lady,
Well,
stole it.
because you stole,
Hey, I
stole
will
her
say,
entire wall.
you play a part in that. You know,
I'll
I
say-
mean,
I know.
yes, you
They're
have played part
jealous.
of most of these.
Little bastards are
We'll
jealous.
call it jealousy. It's all jealousy.
They saw me naked.
But regardless, though, that's going to be it for the night. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. Do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the description. We've got a list for the artist that's been doing our character art for us. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, the big D deck, the double deck Dan. He's the guy who's been doing our background art for us. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. So yes, wanted to throw some shout outs for everybody. And of course, leave comments down in the comment section. Let us know what you think of the story thus far. We'll try to get back with you. We'll try to comment back on things of that such. And looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good day.